Welcome to the bold analysis. I am live in Uyoma. So this is Uyoma in Bondo, actually still Siaya County. I am here on two missions. One is adopt a family. This is the family we are adopting, the house you can see in the background. And I want you to take a minute and watch this video first. Then when I come back, I will explain to you why the new William Ruto scheme to scuttle President Uhuru Kenyatta's retirement benefits is actually an exercise in futility, and it's a poison chalice that William Ruto should actually avoid. Welcome, Team Bold. I am in Uyoma, Akele. Yeah, so I was talking about adopt a family, and one of us reached out to me in a very special way, and I decided just to drive through and come to this place. So this is our package for adopt a family from one of our friends, the US. He told me, Kevin, Shoshi is at home, is someone I know, and I want you to think around it and bring in something for her. So this is her package, and there's a very special case here, and that is why I am here, because as you can see, the Shosh you're seeing here is an 83-year-old Shosh, and there is a case. If you look at this house, this is where she stays, and this place, it's any measure imeharibika ile mbaya, so hata it's even leaking. We will get inside and look at how it is, but on my end is the daughter mwenye akona hapa, atatusaidia to explainie, but allow us to speak in the Luo. We will translate down there so that the information can be more clear and get out. Nango made. Ini miluongi nina.
Aniluonga ni
Jen Achieng. Pimna ninto odak nade nikeche ngamano wachone modak loka chano wachona ni kae en matek kabisa.
En matek, nikech en mama manonyuolo nyithindo 15.
15.
To bang'e nyithindego notho, wadong' ji ariyo. Koro bang' mwasebedo ni wadong' ji ariyo, yuto waonge. Nikech en an to gowadwa. An bende jaoda notho higa mar 2003 koweya gi nyithindo. To lwedo be onge nikech kata somo ok nasomo. Nadhi atedo katin, na tedo gi higni 13. Kane pok asomo, ma kata somo nakia, kata mana kisunga kia. Koro osebedo ka mama wani oseiko nyithindo, mawadwa mogik nyocha otho higni 2 mokalo. To kana ndalo machon cha to nitie owetene mane ni Amerika, ne gin owete 2. Ne Oulo gi Paul. Koro Oulo nokuongo tho, to Paul noduogo tho bang'e. Paul ema yocho tho mogik. Koro bang' tho Paul
ni ema ne dwa gedone.
Paul ema ne dwa gedone.
To tho kapok otimo.
Paul otho kapok otimo ni gedono. Koro chieng' kel Paul no, kama ne wiye koro lal godo. Mageno ne orumo gi kanyo.
Yes, guys, so she's a bit unstable. Hayuko that stable. That is why she will not really point out. She cannot present a big picture. She cannot communicate well because she's a bit feeble. That is why the daughter is speaking on behalf. Koro kana to Paul emane wiye no lale.
No lale kabisa. Koro en ng'at ma wiye lal. Koro chiemo no yude thagruok, dak matek nikech kata sani ng'ama odago onge. En ng'ama kokelne to eko nyalo chamo. Koro Paul no, gimomiyo Paul ne wito pache nikech Paul no ndiko ne pesa giko dwe.
Paul no ndiko ne pesa giko dwe.
Giko dwe, ma kata ka wang'a oyepo, na yudo ka pesa Paul ko. Paul ne oro pesa ko Amerika 20,000. Mano ni biro ne e dwe ka dwe. Kane luwo lweto wadgi maloka. Ma Rusinga. Kosekel kucho, taikone pesa no kone. Koro kaka ne Polo to, kaka pesa no binu.
Guys, so what's happening? Shosh alikuwa, she was fine way back because they used to have a brother mwenye alikuwa in US, and the brother used to support her monthly. So since the brother passed on, he lost, Akili, I think because of what had happened, he lost his way, and since then life changed, and it's been so difficult. That's what really I understand from this place. So Odne, ni wach no ne kacha uket par nikech ang'o nikech ochwe.
Oket par nikech ochwer. Sama parno onge to chwera chwera piny.
Ka koth ochwe to koth opiny.
Opiny. Koro parno oket ni geng'ruok go sama koth chwe tinyalo yudo kama ibanrie go.
To kama din no.
Mano dirisa.
Mae dirisa ni.
Mae dirisa ni mane kaka en kata otieno. En kamano.
To nindo kocha koro.
Onindo kono to tede iye kanyo. Koro nikech kanyo watucho nikech iro.
Kanyo utucho nikech iro.
Koro kitedo to iro wuok godo. Mane kama iro.
To mae boxi.
Mano box moyiech. Mano box moyiech.
Guys, so I want us to do something very fast. This house was built no gere chon. And the person who connected me to this story promised me, Kevin, can you adopt this family? Can you adopt Shosh? And for your December, adopt a family program, adopt these shows. And he has given me already 20 iron sheets. So I want to come back here. Before New Year, I want to establish a house for Shosh here. Before New Year. And as you see, the age has advanced. I already have 20 iron pieces of iron sheets. So I think I'll just need some addition, some bow. And I also want to do the plaster because hawezi endelea kumwono. I cannot use the mchanga to do it. So we will do the plaster na tumtengeneze nyumba. So if you can give me Smithy, if you can give me any other thing, and even those people around this place, I want to come back here on 27th and put up a house for Shosh in adopting. Already I have 20 iron sheets, so I think I'll add only 15 because tulikuwa tunapata nyumba yenye anaweza pata mtu akiishi na yeye anaweza lala so nyumba igawe mara mbili. So we need that, and I'm reaching out to you. Let's do it and see what we can do. This is the family. I want us to adopt Shosh for this December, and I think we can do it. Now, so that is the snippet. This is where we are here, and I'm telling you, there is even no toilet. I even understand. So I really want to ask you to help us achieve that. I'm coming back to build that house on 28th. So within that 28th, we should put up that house so that by the time we'll be crossing into 2024, that house will be there. So kindly, let's support through the challenge. Now, there was a newspaper article that was published on Wednesday by the Sunday Nation. And the writer there was insinuating that Kenya Kwanza administration should consider scrapping former President Uhuru Kenyatta's retirement benefit as long as he continues to be active in the political arena. Now, this statement is laughable because we know very well that members of William Ruto's cabinet, who by the virtue of holding constitutional office should not be engaged in politics, but they have been captured live on cameras campaigning and running the Kenya Kwanza political agenda, even though they are supposed to run the governance agenda. But they have been captured on screens and attending events and running political campaigns, despite of the president saying it's no, they should not. This statement is also laughable because just now we have the Secretary General of the ruling party UDA, Cleophas Malala, who holds a cabinet portfolio and runs political activities of UDA party and is supposed to be a cabinet member without portfolio. And I know if I give you time, you can list them as far as you want. And so the tool of asking Uhuru Kenyatta, of asking government to scrap the retirement benefits of Uhuru Kenyatta because of engaging in politics is actually a childish move. And it keeps on, you know, it's a threat that has been used over time. I remember during the mass action that Raila Odinga called in March then, one of the things that was said is that Raila Odinga needed, that Uhuru Kenyatta needed to stop being active in politics because he was the mastermind behind it, and there was a bit of it. In fact, the writer was even arguing
that Uhuru enjoys security apparatus, a security part of retirement benefit, apart from just the funding, is also enjoying rather security. So would Ruto run into a president that wants to risk the life of the former president? If you trace at public engagements of Uhuru Kenyatta, he has actually cut an image of a man in philanthropy, a man that empathizes, especially with the public. Recently, there's a 1 million donation in a Ruiru church. I think I analyzed it here. And apart from that, some time back, I think in Kitui, he attended a fundraiser of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And while attending that fundraiser in a church, also donated close to 4 million. So I want to believe that even Uhuru Kenyatta's salary, if there is the salary, I think it is in the tune about 1.5 or so, that salary cannot run the political agenda. That salary is not even enough, because just in 1 month he has splashed like 5 million. So even if he is using his salary, it is not something that is there. So remember, I've always been saying, Uhuru Kenyatta's retirement benefits, even both Uhuru, Raila and Kalonzo and all of them, is actually in the constitution. So it's not a prerogative of anyone in the country to decide that I'm going to give Uhuru Kenyatta retirement benefits or not. It's not William Ruto rewarding the former president. Uhuru Kenyatta is getting those retirement benefits by the virtue of him being the fourth president and the former president. And by then he's the only former president alive now, especially in this country. So that is the golden heart that now will remain. You know, it's a treasure we have, that is the only former president that we have now still present and alive. So I've seen this roadside thinking, this pedestrian thinking, that we need to scrap off the benefits because he's using them to politic. And I'm wondering, those who it was captured by Nation. And why I've picked it is because I believe that the mainstream media, rather the Nation newspaper, have many gatekeepers. Before an article is passed, before it reaches to the publication, I've worked in this media space, and I can tell you, people who are journalists who can even tell you here, that there is a lot of gatekeeping, so many interests. Some stories even to be carried by the editor, they need to get the nod from State House. They need to get the nod from different quarters. Our newsrooms are normally remote controlled politically, because I think Kenya, we have normalized the situation that if you're not in good terms with the media, then you don't have your way. If you must always be in a position to be with the media. So the fact that this story was leaked and it went through to be published, it is a conversation, or rather it is a discussion that was to be initiated. And they're looking at the testing waters. That is what happens. The testing waters, what do people want to say? Or they're testing Uhuru Kenyatta, so akisikia here, what will he do? And for me, despite the fact that Kenya Kwanza have state machineries and all that, no one has brought a tangible evidence that is linking the former president to any political activity. You can pinpoint one or two for me if you've seen. Me, I have not seen. No one has come out and said, this is what the president is doing and it is wrong. And despite that they have all the state machineries, no one has done that. And I know they can access it if they want to show. So that has not even been proved. And there is a thin line between enjoyment of a right as a Kenyan citizen and the rights that are limited by the virtue of you being a former president. Now, does it show that your right to political association is curtailed by the fact that you should not engage in active politics? And again, active politics is not well defined. What is active politics? I think my layman's understanding about that clause was that a president cannot vie for any other position. Because when you vie for another position, that's when you are engaged in active politics. Or what can be active politics? Like if it's like Simon, don't engage, so that means you can't vie. That's probably is it. The other things are just mere political tantrums that are just used to vilify Uhuru Kenyatta. And I want to say this. I want to tell Kenya Kwanza this clearly, that this is a big political blunder, because politically This is the interpretation. Kindly subscribe to our channel. And yes, I am still reminding you about this. Yes, this is what we are going to do. I'm promising to come back here on 28th. I already have 20 iron sheets. So I need to get more. We are going to do 35, so I need 15 more. Then huku watu wanabuy mchanga, so we'll also buy the soil. It's around some cash. Those who can give me dirisha, mlango, and what else? We also need the cement, because we will make it the cement and the latrine. We are supposed to make the latrine kwa sababu hapa hakuna hata choo. Now, I want to say this. This is, Ruto is going after Uhuru Kenyatta. And a mere understanding or a narrative that Ruto is going after Uhuru Kenyatta is something that the State House team will regret. This is what I'm saying. You know, clearly, there is a point that has been made, and has been made quite for so long, that when Kenya Kwanza team campaigned and were vilifying and attacking the former president, Ruto and maybe the intelligence team believed that Uhuru is an enemy of Mountainers. Uhuru is not an enemy of anyone in Mount Kenya. Uhuru is only an enemy to the fellows you are seeing, the politicians, the young crop, the Ndindi Nyoras and the Ichungwas you are seeing. Uhuru is not an enemy to others, to the residents, because these fellows were just pursuing their own interests. You know, they were just trying. They wanted those positions, those MP positions, and they believed if they attack Uhuru Kenyatta, they will be seen as very powerful people. Then they got. So they've got it. Now the people have remained. So this issue of going after Uhuru Kenyatta is something that, you know, someone believes that maybe when I do that, I'm going to get the policing. No. It is deemed to get a backlash. And that backlash is going to be very ugly. So that's one of the, it's controlling, and it thrives on a narrative that maybe Uhuru Kenyatta is an enemy. Number two, this is something that's going to charge Mount Kenya voters. Charge, and I'm using the word charge. You know what this country just need is a starter. You know, everyone is at a point of, okay, we don't have any say, let them do as the way they want. That is where the country is. We're at a point where you don't want to know, you know, it has happened, they have said they want to do it, and they want to do it, whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not, they will do it. So that is where we have reached as a country. Now what probably is the big thing that's going to happen here is when a Kikuyu will understand and hear that someone has, you know, you can make a mistake and pull out retirement benefits, maybe not even pull out, reduce downwards, and even downsize security details. Then someone stage manages a security lapse, or even by coincidence there is a security lapse. You know, you cannot explain that. You cannot defend yourself after that. And you'll be told, you know what? People are going to add 1 + 1 be 2. And they'll add the dots, join the dots, and believe that, okay, you're the person that has created the mess. So that is also one aspect you cannot understand. Number 3, this is going to intensify Kenyatta family fight back. I have seen Mama Ngina going to court to challenge 1,000 acres of land for him to be given title deed, and has listed Attorney General and other the House officials as the people that are respondents. And I've seen Uhuru Kenyatta himself coming out and of course joining the political fray, and he seems to be saying that, you know what, Mimi, I will do it whether they want it, they like it or not. So that is a bit of what the big problem here is. The more we will continue engaging in this petty fight, is going to fight back, and that fight back will be very dangerous. And you know, Uhuru Kenyatta was a former president. You know, people have always believed that, no, he has a following across the country. So that fight back was going to be very bad. Lastly, I think there is some political pettiness. And I don't know whether this is something that maybe people will see, the State House team will see. You know, if you go around to Uhuru Kenyatta and they say, na kunyang'anya pesa sababu ulienda kanisa ukapeana, unafanya hii, people see you as petty. You're making the office of the presidency very petty. And remember, there is a precedence. whether it's after 2027 or after 2032, Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto will at one point become a former president. Will you again rush to court and change? That is why I believe that Parliament should enjoy its autonomy. And even parliamentarians that entertain such amendments of, downsizing the retirement benefits of the former president, they should also know that even then they will be former MPs. And after serving 2 terms, you are also supposed to enjoy benefits. Even a governor, after serving 2 terms, you are supposed to enjoy benefits. How would you feel, or how would it be, in your capacity as an MP, after working for 2 terms, then someone goes to Parliament and says, you know what, Sisi, those people should not be given, or we want to downsize. What will it be? So we must think outside the box on this one. And this one needs a non-bipartisan approach, because at one point, all of us, the fate might catch up with all of us. Thank you.